Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here today because we're going to talk about something that could literally save your life. How your evening habits can either protect your brain or put it in silent danger. If you want to live a long, healthy life, you're in exactly the right place. Please take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our science-backed health tips. Picture this. Tonight, when you close your eyes to sleep, thinking you're simply resting, your body might actually be preparing for one of the most devastating health emergencies you could face. What if I told you that some of your evening routines, those innocent little habits you repeat every single night without even thinking about them, could be setting the stage for a stroke, one of the leading causes of death worldwide? And here's what's terrifying. It can happen in just 1 minute. Your speech, your memory, your movement, sometimes even your consciousness, gone. But stay with me until the end, because I'm going to reveal one simple evening practice backed by recent Japanese studies that reduces your stroke risk by nearly 40%. But before we get there, you absolutely need to know about the 10 nighttime mistakes you're probably making right now without even realizing it. So let me explain something really important to you. At night, your body enters an incredibly delicate state. Your blood pressure drops, your heart rate slows down, your breathing becomes gentler. This is the time when everything either regenerates or breaks down. And it's precisely in this fragile balance that certain habits become dangerous. Mistake number 1, falling asleep right after a heavy meal. You know that feeling, right? That heaviness after dinner, that irresistible urge to just close your eyes. But the moment you lie down, your body is still working hard to digest everything. A Greek study followed 500 people for several years, and here's what they found. Those who fell asleep less than 2 hours after dinner had a 66% higher risk of stroke. 66%. Let that sink in. Why does this happen? Because your digestive system and your cardiovascular system are basically fighting for resources. Blood concentrates in your stomach, your heart has to work harder, and your blood pressure silently rises. Show infographic of digestion process. The solution is beautifully simple. Eat light in the evening and give yourself at least 2 hours before going to bed. It's a life-saving rule, and it's so easy to apply. Mistake number 2, drinking alcohol before bed. Just one little glass to help me relax. Does that sound familiar? In reality, this is one of the worst things you can do to your brain. Alcohol first dilates your blood vessels. You feel relaxed, that's true, but very quickly, something called a rebound effect causes vasoconstriction, which is a sudden tightening of your arteries. Researchers in Finland demonstrated that even moderate alcohol consumption in the evening disrupts your nighttime regulation and increases the risk of a vascular accident within the next 12 hours. And that's not all. Alcohol disrupts your REM sleep, that crucial phase where your brain repairs its connections. The result? You sleep, but your brain exhausts itself. Mistake number 3, sleeping with your head too low. Not many people know this, but the position of your head directly influences the pressure inside your skull. Korean research found that raising your head by just 15 degrees helps reduce nighttime brain pressure and improves venous return. Show pillow angle demonstration. A simple, slightly elevated pillow can make all the difference. It's a natural measure, completely free, and yet so underestimated. You see, danger doesn't always come from big mistakes. It comes from those tiny, invisible habits you repeat every night without even thinking about them. Mistake number 4, ignoring snoring and breathing pauses. Snoring seems harmless, almost funny, right? Until it becomes a sign of something life-threatening. Apnea, this incredibly common yet misunderstood condition, is one of the most powerful factors for nighttime stroke. Every time your breathing stops, oxygen drops, your blood pressure spikes, and the vessels in your brain take a hit. A Canadian study of over 10,000 patients revealed that people with severe apnea have a stroke risk multiplied by 4 times. Hold up 4 fingers. If you wake up tired, with morning headaches, or a feeling of suffocation during the night, please talk to a doctor. A simple sleep test can save a life. Your brain should never, ever be deprived of oxygen. Mistake number 5, sleeping in anger or emotional tension. Those nights when you close your eyes with your heart still heavy, your breath still short, thoughts spinning in endless loops. Do you recognize yourself? You think you're falling asleep, but your body, it stays on high alert. Cortisol, the stress hormone, keeps circulating, and when cortisol rises, your vessels constrict, your blood pressure elevates, your heart races. An American study followed 7,000 adults for 10 years. People living with chronic emotional stress had 3 times the risk of stroke. You need to understand something essential. Your brain at night is hypersensitive to your emotional state. Learning to calm your nervous system before sleep isn't a luxury, it's a survival strategy. Breathe deeply, write down what you're feeling, pray, meditate, or simply talk to someone. Never let your heavy heart follow you into sleep. Mistake number 6, drinking coffee or tea in the evening. It's just 1 cup. I handle caffeine well. But the scientific truth doesn't lie. Even in small doses, caffeine increases your blood pressure for several hours, and during sleep, your body can't compensate the way it does during the day. A 2022 European study showed that consuming caffeine after 6 p.m. increases the risk of elevated nighttime tension by 24%. It's not about quantity, it's about timing. Your evening coffee robs your brain of its regeneration phase. Now let's talk about habits that don't just create risk, but directly favor cerebral vascular rupture. Music becomes more serious. Mistake number 8, chronic sleep deprivation. Sleeping less than 6 hours per night is enough to disrupt your vascular mechanisms. During the night, your blood pressure is supposed to naturally drop by 10 to 20%. We call this the nocturnal dip. But in people who sleep too little, this drop doesn't happen. The arteries stay under tension, the walls weaken. A Harvard study of 50,000 adults showed that people sleeping less than 6 hours had a 67% higher stroke risk. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's an act of prevention. Every night, your brain eliminates waste through an internal cleaning system. Without deep sleep, this system stops, toxins accumulate, and pressure climbs. Mistake number 8, taking sleep medications without a prescription. Sleep pills, relaxants, those little pills to help you unwind. You think you're helping yourself sleep, but in reality, you're anesthetizing your brain. Many substances slow down breathing and alter cerebral circulation. The heart beats slower, blood circulates less efficiently. A French study showed that regular users of nighttime tranquilizers have a 41% increased risk of stroke. If you want to sleep better, never start with a pill. Start by understanding why sleep is escaping you. Stress, digestion, anxiety, these need answers, not pills. Compassionate look. Restore your balance naturally. The last mistakes I'm going to share are the most insidious because they involve things you don't even suspect. Mistake number 9, sleeping in a poorly ventilated room. You think you're saving a bit of heat by keeping everything closed, but in reality, you're depriving your brain of oxygen. CO2 concentration increases, oxygen drops, your blood becomes thicker. A Danish study showed that people sleeping in poorly ventilated rooms had nighttime pressure up to 20% higher. Air out your bedroom for 10 minutes before bed. Your brain loves fresh oxygen. It's its fuel. Mistake number 10, holding your urine during the night. This seems harmless, but when your bladder fills, it sends a stress signal to your body. Result, your blood pressure spikes brutally. Japanese studies showed that pressure could increase by 15 to 25 milligrams in people holding it for more than 2 hours. Never hesitate. If your body speaks to you, listen to it. Your sleep might be a bit shorter, but infinitely safer. And here's the technological danger: sleeping with your phone near your head. This little machine continuously emits electromagnetic fields, even on standby. During charging, it disrupts your brain's thermal sensors. A Korean study of over 1,200 young adults showed a 35% higher risk of nighttime heart rhythm disturbances in those sleeping with their phone less than 50 centimeters from their head. Show phone at a distance. Why? Because blue light and microwaves disrupt melatonin, your sleep and neuronal repair hormone. Keep your phone at least 2 meters away. Turn it off or put it in airplane mode. At night, your brain doesn't need a network, it needs peace. You now know the 10 mistakes, but understanding the danger isn't enough. What matters is taking action. Let me give you the keys to sleep that protects, repairs, and regenerates. Your brain operates on a circadian rhythm. Every time you go to bed at a different time, you desynchronize it. British researchers followed 88,000 people for 7 years. Individuals with irregular schedules had a 43% higher cardiovascular risk. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time, even on weekends. Your brain loves predictability. Second pillar, the nighttime environment. Dim lighting, a temperature between 18 and 21 degrees Celsius, and most importantly, total darkness. Darkness stimulates melatonin, which promotes the lowering of your blood pressure. A study showed that simple exposure to artificial light at night increases tension by 27%. Before bed, turn everything off. Give yourself at least 1 hour of digital silence. Third pillar, intelligent hydration. Drink a small glass of water before sleeping, not more, just enough to maintain your blood's fluidity. Fourth pillar, light digestion. What you eat in the evening determines your sleep quality. An ideal dinner for your brain: green vegetables, lean protein like fish, a bit of olive oil, some nuts. Avoid industrial meals, deli meats, heavy sauces. Fifth pillar, emotional release. Never go to bed angry or worried. Take 3 minutes, just 3, to breathe slowly. Inhale deeply through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Japanese researchers demonstrated that 5 minutes of conscious breathing reduced nighttime tension by 7 millimeters of mercury. That's equivalent to a light treatment with no side effects. Before catastrophe strikes, the body always sends warning signals. The problem is, few people know how to recognize them. The 4 signs to never ignore. 1. Morning headache. Not the kind from a bad night, but a heavy, diffuse pain, often at the back of the skull. 2. Numbness or weakness on one side upon waking. Even if it disappears after a few minutes, it's a mini stroke, a warning. 3. Mental confusion or blurred vision when you wake. Your brain seems foggy, you have trouble concentrating. 4. Sudden dizziness upon waking, accompanied by nausea or double vision. An American study revealed that 70% of nighttime stroke victims had felt at least one of these signs in the previous 7 days, but only 8% had consulted a doctor. Never be in that 92%. If you feel these signs, see a doctor immediately. Remember, at the beginning, I promised you a bonus: the evening practice validated by Japanese studies that reduces stroke risk by nearly 40%. Here it is. Slow, deep breathing for 5 to 10 minutes before bed. Inhale gently, counting to 4. Hold the air for 2 seconds. Exhale slowly over 6 seconds. Repeat 10 times. This technique activates your parasympathetic system, your body's natural brake. It lowers tension, slows the heart, opens cerebral arteries. Researchers in Tokyo showed that this simple practice reduced nighttime heart rate by 20% and stabilized blood pressure. It's free, it's simple, and it works. And it starts tonight and every night after. You know now. A stroke isn't destiny. It's often the result of an accumulation of micro imbalances that we could have corrected. At night, when your whole body is at rest, these imbalances take root. But conversely, it's also at night that your body has the greatest potential for healing. So, tonight, when you turn off the light, remember this: you're not just offering rest to your body, you're giving your brain the chance to endure, to learn, to rebuild itself. You're choosing between risk and regeneration, and that choice, no one can make it for you. Your brain is the conductor of your life. It controls every heartbeat, every thought, every memory. Taking care of it begins in the silence of the night. Sleep well, sleep consciously. Make your sleep your best treatment, your most beautiful defense against disease. If this video helped you, if it opened your eyes to habits you didn't suspect, do 3 things for me right now. 1. Click that like button right below. It helps me enormously to reach more people who need this information. 2. Subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. Every week I share science-backed tips to help you live longer and healthier. 3. Tell me in the comments which habit you're going to change starting tonight. Do you recognize yourself in one of these 10 mistakes? Share your experience. I read every single comment. And most importantly, share this video with someone you love. Information saves lives. Take care of yourself. I'll see you very soon in the next video. And never forget, your health is in your hands, one night at a time.